Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 9th of December. Policymakers estimate bills replacing the Resource Management Act will reduce the need for almost half of consents. They'll significantly limit council interaction with people changing private property. RMA Reform Minister Chris Bishop says it includes removing decks and house layouts from needing consents. Bishop says constituents tell him how much councils are involved in renovations. He's related a story about a man who faced huge barriers to replacing his garage.
And the major beef with the council was they didn't like the design of the garage because they thought it was not in keeping with the design of his house.
Labour leader Chris Hipkins is slamming the government trying to urgently pass interim legislation to extend current consents until the replacement kicks in. He says this is a bill that has come out of the blue.
That they did not mention or brief us on when we had a briefing last week. That's terrible lawmaking. I mean, we went into that briefing in good faith trying to find common ground.
Police say an Auckland bus driver isn't at fault, who kept driving after a fatal attack on a passenger last night, one of two assaults. A 36-year-old man is now in custody with a court appearance tomorrow. He allegedly stabbed a first victim as he got off the Glen Innes bus, who then subsequently died. The second was attacked 10 minutes later and has had hand surgery. Detective Inspector Glenn Baldwin says the driver continued on his normal route without realising the first attack had happened.
I don't think he was aware of the significance of the event that occurred as the man got off the bus.
Ngāti Hikairo ki Tongariro has placed a 10-year rāhui on land hit by a fire that broke out at Tongariro National Park yesterday, the second in a month. It's now 80% contained to 296 hectares. This new rāhui is on top of one imposed on nearly 3,000 hectares burnt last month. Spokesperson Tangai Wanuko says this reflects the cultural and environmental need to let the land recover.
There are some things that are unavoidable. To have them happen a month apart is quite an event.
The Court of Appeals dismissed a years-long legal battle aimed at expanding protections against hate speech to include sexual orientation. It noted New Zealand's excluding sexual orientation from hate speech law is an anomaly, but ruled it's a matter for Parliament. Gay theologian Russell Hoban sought a declaration of inconsistency when he couldn't proceed with a complaint to the Human Rights Commission. It concerned a 2017 sermon in which a pastor said he wanted gay marriage partners shot the moment they kissed. Care's being urged over the Christmas period after more warnings of possible measles exposure. People who are at 11 sites are being asked to contact Healthline urgently. They include BP Richmond in Nelson, Dunedin Hospital's ED, and 2 bars on Auckland's Karangahape Road. In sport, New Zealand will have a new Test wicketkeeper for the second match of their series against the West Indies, starting tomorrow in Wellington. Mitch Hay replaces Tom Blundell, whose hamstring tear hasn't healed in time. New Zealand Rugby are confident fans will flock to every All Blacks home test next year, despite one possible fixture clash with the Warriors. And Auckland FC captain Hirokai Sakai isn't guaranteed to start when he returns to A-League football action against the Central Coast on Friday. That is the latest news fix. We'll have another update for you tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.